Now, when you put money into a bank account and you get interest on it, there's a particular aspect of accumulation that happens there that's well worth studying, and that's called compounding. Okay. And compounding is the accumulation of financial gains over a particular period of time.
Right.
And there's a wonderful quote by Albert Einstein. It's like something along the lines of compound interest is one of the wonders of the world. Nice. It's an extremely powerful force if you know about it and you know how to use it.
Yeah.
So the general way to think about it is, let's say you put $10,000 into the bank. Okay. And you get, now you probably get 0.01% interest, which is almost nothing. But, let's say you get 10% interest on an investment. Let's say you invest this in a company. Okay. You get 10% on top of that. And you reinvest in the same thing the next year. And that gets you 10%.
Right.
Okay. The first year, you get 10% of that $10,000.
Right.
And that's added back into the pool.
Right. And then you spend the same money?
Yes. And then you reinvest everything that you've got and you get 10% on that.
Right.
And it keeps building and building and building.
Yeah, good system.
There's an accumulation effect that happens there too, which is how, many people, if they invest their money in the stock market using one of the, various methodologies that are out there, and they're able to get an average of 8 to 10% every year over the course of decades.
Can be pretty amazing.
Yeah, even if let's say they only put in $10,000 a year, via the magic of compounding, that ends up growing to potentially millions of dollars over the course of that person's investing life. So compounding from a financial standpoint, if you have an opportunity to invest, get a gain, and then reinvest those gains over a long period of time, that can be remarkably good. Okay. Compounding also works, going back to the amplification and accumulation conversations of value delivery. There's a wonderful quote by Alan Weiss, who actually has a couple books on the personal MBA reading list. He's a consultant. And a way to generalize compounding to the rest of your business process is, if you improve by 1% every day, in 70 days, you're twice as good.
That's pretty nice.
That's compounding. You're reinvesting the gains that you have, and those gains accumulate over time.
I like that. It makes it feel very manageable.
Yeah. And, it doesn't have to be a lot, but, the biggest friend, the two things that you have to think about with compounding, one is how much of a gain are you getting for every time period? And then how many time periods do you have?
Right.
So time is the friend of compounding. The higher your gains and the more often you get those gains, the better.
Okay.
That's compounding.